Welcome back. This is Dr. Jin Sung, where clinical excellence meets excellent results. As you already know, we have launched our educational modules on lifestyle, diet, and nutrition. The educational module is currently open. Please sign up on the link below. Today's video is a little snippet from these modules. Hope you enjoy. Okay. Today we're going to talk about the 7 days to improve your sleep. We want to give you actionable steps that you can utilize to help improve sleep. Not just all the different facts and supplements, but what can you do over the first 7 days to impact sleep? So let's get right into that. Day 1. Start planning when you're going to wake up and when you're going to go to bed. Establish a daily routine. I'm going to go to bed by 10 o'clock and wake up at 6 o'clock no matter what. Right? Some sort of routine. Avoid all caffeinated drinks and alcohol for that first day. So that way you can establish that. This can be kind of painful because you're going to get a headache. You're going to have a caffeine withdrawal headache. So, it's going to take 2 or 3 days. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Then start preparing. Think about what kind of foods you're going to eat. What kind of meals you want to utilize. And we talked about different foods that have higher levels of magnesium and tryptophan. So look at the foods. Maybe implement one of the diets like AIP diet or keto diet or carnivore diet. But you want to start thinking about eating whole foods and quality foods. Turn off your electronics. Make sure there's no TV, tablet, phone, nothing in your room. Okay? 1 hour, at least 1 hour before bed. Just get it out of there. And then you start reading in a low light. And you feel a little bit drowsy, you turn off the lights and go right to bed. Okay? So that's day 1. That's what you want to implement on day 1. Day 2, you're going to do the same things that we mentioned in day 1. And then you're going to start exercising on day 2. I don't care what it is. 30 minutes, walk. I don't know. You can do HIIT exercises. Whatever you can tolerate. You got to do some sort of exercise. Now, exercise can be tricky for some people who have really chronic pain issues and mobility issues. But if you can do it, you need to go out and exercise. 30 minutes a day, at least 4 to 5 times a week, moderate to high intensity. So start exercising on day 2. Right. The best time for exercise is usually early morning, early afternoon. You don't want to do it close to bedtime. So just kind of plan out your day. Day 2, start lowering the temperature in your room. Get it to around 70 degrees. Right. Some people, this can even be too warm for them. You can go 65 to 70. When you get up to like 75 degrees, your body temperature will fluctuate and you might wake up because you get hot. So it really depends on individuals or individual preferences, but you don't want to get up in the middle of the night and feel hot. So ideally around 70 degrees, give or take a few degrees depending on your tolerance. And then start thinking about getting the room really, really dark, meaning shades. Like you want a dark room. You don't want a little bit of light peeking in under the door or from the bathroom or a clock radio in the corner that's kind of in your eye. You want to get the room as dark as possible, okay? So that's day 2. Day 3, you're going to continue those routines of day 1 and 2, and then you're going to add in breathing techniques. Pick one. Doesn't matter. Just breathing techniques. Alternate nostril breathing, right? Physiological sigh, humming, all these things can be implemented. Now, since you thought about the diet, then now it's time to start the diet. So pick one. Day 4, journaling. I think journaling helps improve sleep overall. So you just think about your thoughts for the day, write down what your feelings, and then write down the to-do list for the next day. That way you're not thinking about it at night going, oh, what do I need to do for the next day? You already have it written down. Just put it down and then You can put that to rest. So I think journaling would be a great thing. At the end of the journal, you should write what you're grateful for that day. I think being grateful, gratitude is very important for overall health and well-being, and it puts your life in perspective. Right? There's always somebody who's worse off than you or who might be better than you, but if you're grateful for the little things in life, your health will improve and you will sleep better. Okay. Day 5. Start adding those foods that are high in tryptophan and magnesium and melatonin. Tart cherry juice. Pick an herbal tea. Banana and kiwis are also foods that help promote melatonin, tryptophan, and other compounds that help. Right? For hypoglycemic patients, if you're not sleeping well, so the hypoglycemic patient does this. They go to bed okay, and then around 2, 3, or 4 in the morning, they wake up out of a deep sleep and they cannot fall back asleep. And the reason this happens is because they eat at 6 o'clock p.m. and they don't want to eat anything else because they don't want to get fat, right? So they eat at 6, don't eat anything until the next morning. But for hypoglycemics, when you have a drop in blood sugar, and it's going to happen, if you're eating at 6, it's going to be a drop in blood sugar. And it might happen around that 1, 2, or 3 in the morning because blood sugar drops for these hypoglycemic patients and cortisol will go up. When cortisol goes up, it's trying to produce glucose. It's producing glucose from the liver called gluconeogenesis. When it's trying to produce glucose, cortisol goes up. Therefore, it wakes you out of a deep sleep. So you want to be able to maintain blood sugar throughout the night. So for the hypoglycemic patients, you can do is a sliver of turkey or a slice of turkey and a half an avocado or a quarter avocado. Wrap it around and eat it literally like 30 minutes before bed. It'll help prevent the hypoglycemic events that occur at night that disrupt sleep. For hypoglycemics, consider eating 30 minutes before bed, protein and a fat. Consider supplementation at this point, day 6. You can use magnesium l-theanine or magnesium glycinate are good to do 1 hour before bed. I think that is probably the safest and easiest thing that you can utilize before going on to some of the other herbals and teas and melatonin, etc. About 1 hour before bed, it promotes relaxation, etc. It also helps improve metabolic function. It's regulated for a lot of different things. Magnesium is one of those things that helps convert vitamin D also from your inactive to active forms. So magnesium is pretty important. So maybe adding one supplement around day 6. Day 7, now you can start considering, am I sleeping better? Should I consider a tool like a weighted blanket or mouth taping or white noise machine? I mean, your cheapest option here would be taping the mouth. But again, you got to think about all the different things that can happen with mouth taping if you have issues with your sinus, sleep apnea, and all the other things. But day 7 is when you start to incorporate other tools if you need to. I put day 17 here, but this is when you might want to consider other supplements that might be beneficial. L-theanine, valerian root, melatonin, CBD, etc. So it's trial and error. So everyone is not going to have the same impact that they're going to have with a supplement. So you got to kind of figure out what you need to do. I made a video on these supplements separately, so you can watch that video. But you want to give yourself at least 14 days with sleep hygiene and some magnesium to see if it's going to impact your health. Don't go to herbs right off the bat, or melatonin right off the bat, right? So everyone's a little bit different, and we'll see you guys next week.